following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Nick in Tampa. Hey, Nick, what's going on?
Tom O'Brien, it is an absolute pleasure.
Thanks so much, man. We appreciate you calling.
No problem. Dude, I've been listening to your show for about 2 years now, and it has just been wonderful. I listen to you, Basil, Andy. You guys do an amazing job.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day out there, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. This quote is by James Gardner. James Gardner. Believe in yourself and everything you can be. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow down 100, Nasdaq's up 14, S&Ps are off 10.5. Gold contract up $18.10, traded at $1,169 an ounce. Silver up 56 cents at $16.10 an ounce. Platinum up $4 at $1,122 an ounce. Copper up 8 pennies at $2.67 a pound. Light sweet crude down $1.10 at $45.56 a barrel. Bonds, we have the 10-year down 12.6. 128.05, 30 years flat at 163.04, and King Dollar up 779.6, trading out at 99.56, but King Dollar has that high volume swing low at 95. King Dollar's done. Euro down 224, trading out at 106.40, and you get the yen up 83 at 120.94. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. Now, in the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do we have out here? Okay, so the way this little baby is set up right now, folks, is that your S&P itself, okay, if we take a look at the SPY, what we had is this. Yesterday, what did you do? You pushed into the highs, and you pushed right next to the highs with volume behind the move. We got to 211.27. The high out there is 212.24. I expect you get option expiration tomorrow. We're going to have some volatility tomorrow. What you have happening out here today is that the amount of energy that it was taken out of the market out here today, that, you know, that's what you really have, a sideways market out here. I mean, Dow's down 100, S&Ps are down 10, but realistically, you get a sideways market inside the trading range of yesterday. That's what we have happening. That range that we have is coming in with, let's see. We're going to come in with about 600 million. So you're going to have light volume, sideways moves. That's expected, though, after a day like yesterday. Option expiration, different ball game. It's going to be interesting to see, can they whack that high out there, and what's going to happen when we get up to that high. That's the SPY. The NASDAQ 100. We take a look at the 3 Qs, what you have with the 3 Qs. 3 Qs are higher. We're trading out right now at 108.34, and volume is 21 million. The high spike in the 3 Qs, folks, is 109.42. That was done with 22 million shares. I expect tomorrow the low of that high, so watch how this works. The low of that high is 108.59. We've hit 108.32 today. That's going to get tested. The IWM, that's a small ABC structure on the way up. And what you have here, and that has to do with the commodity crunch, more than likely is over. You have gold came off the lows, nice volume, wide price spread. Silver did the same thing. The IWM right now is trading at 124.87, and that is a small ABC structure on the way up. Gold, what do we have with the gold contract? Gold's got a little follow-through out here today. If we take a look at this contract, you're trading at a price point of $11.69. The way this contract is trading right now, you're building a little bit of cause. And I expect what you're going to see out here tomorrow is that you're going to basically try to make a run into this 1190 area. Right now we're at 1169. Now, what 1169 did is got back inside the downdraft of that 1162. That's a good scene. Right now, today, we got 148,000 contracts. That also is a good scene. The XAU, the HUI, those also have followed through to the upside out here today. They came off the bottom. They had the wide price spread. They had the accelerated volume. And that's exactly what they needed because they had already tested the lows, had lighter volume on the test of the lows, but there were absolutely no buyers. Okay, we had no sellers in that market for a good week and a half, but we also had no buyers. Bonds, we go take a look at the TLT, use the 20-year plus. Bonds had wide price spread, accelerated volume yesterday, and it looks to me like this bond market is not done. You know, coming off the high, it was like, okay, is that change of trend taking place? And it very well could have, but bottom line, no way, Jose. Why? You had the wide price spread. You had the accelerated volume. You went through the swing point with volume. Bottom line, this baby wants to go up and go after these highs once again. Pretty wild. And in that aspect, when the Fed come out and said, okay, we're taking the language out, bottom line, when you take a look at what the dollar did, what bonds did, and what gold did, they may say that they took the language out, but rates are not going up. Now, let's go to King Dollar and take a look at King Dollar. So King Dollar yesterday actually went down 4,000 ticks, more than 4,500 ticks. We went from a price point of 100.12 down to 94.76. Has the juice down there. What you have out here today, you're up. Let's see. We're up 780 ticks. You're almost at the highs again. You get zero volume on this baby. Well, no, you actually get pretty good volume. You get 95,000 contracts. We went down yesterday with 101,000 contracts. The volatility's coming in here in spades. You know, I don't expect, even though we're next to those highs right now, I don't expect that we're going to hit those highs of 100.78. You are going to get a huge amount of volatility, and I expect you're going to see a lot more volatility inside the currency markets, and that's going to be in spades. Let's go to Bob in St. Pete. Hey, Bob, what's going on?
Good afternoon, Tom. It's nice to talk to you. Yeah, well, I'm an octogenarian, Tom, and I value your opinion. And I'm interested in American Airlines stock symbol AAL. I do own that. I'm in it $42.55, and I'd like to know what I should be doing if you could help.
That's a nice little run you got. Okay, so you get American Airlines. The low for the year is 28. The high is 56. It pays 0.7% as a dividend. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Well, you know, on a weekly basis, it's a nice little setup. You're running into the highs, and you're running into those highs with volume. Okay, so when we came, the high that was generated in American Airlines, folks, was January 30th, the week of January 30th. That high there is $56.20. We had 85 million shares there. We've done 89 million this week. So when you get a setup like that, you know, it's going to go after that high. You'd like it to go after that high this week because what you do have, well, actually, you know, it can stay right underneath it too. Okay, so the scenario would go like this. You're pushing into a high, swing high, and you're pushing in there with volume. When you push in with volume, it likes to take it out. It will at least test it. You take it out with volume. Now, this is going to get really interesting, because if you take this out with volume, you have a confirmed ABC structure on the way up. And your A point is 28, and your B is 56, so it's a big one. That would give you 30. That would give you a $73 price target. That would be pretty insane. But that's how it's set up. And when I say confirmed ABC up, what that specifically means, Bob, is this. Is that ABC structures on the way up or the way down. When they take out the B point with volume and price, your probability goes higher that you'll get the price projection. And the price projection has to do with the first leg. And the first leg of this started October 13th. The low of that is 28. And then you go right up to the high, which is 56. So, you know, you could basically just sit here and wait to see how it attacks this high. Now, that's the bullish case. If we don't make the high this week, and then you make the high next week, and the volume contracts, and it goes over the high and then closes under the high at the end of the week, sell it. Because all that's going to do is going to bring it right back down where you probably bought it from, which is 42.78.
Yeah.
Because what that would do is just put in a consolidation. And, that's not the end of the world because, the stock's had an incredible run anyway. But
Yeah, I'm a novice at this. I actually been listening to you since I think the S&P was around 925. And but I'm also I don't want to complain over here, but I'm flying a lot. I have a hard time deciphering a lot of this stuff, So, but I'm going to do what you say.
Well, listen,
How
man,
much gold is today?
you have a great one and have a safe one.
Thanks, Sam.
You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
As this one-of-a-kind winter comes to a close and spring approaches, it only seems fitting that now is the perfect time for a spring Tiger Dollar sale. For this week only, we're doubling the bonus that we give when you purchase any amount of Tiger Dollars. Normally, we offer a 10, 15, or 20% bonus when you purchase Tiger Dollars, but for this week only, we're doubling our special offers and you can now get up to a 20, 30, or even up to a 40% bonus on your Tiger Dollar purchase. This is one of our best Tiger Dollar sales of the year and won't be around for long. Tiger Dollars can be used for any TFNN product or service and provide a great way to lock in added value on your subscriptions. Tiger Dollars never expire, so whether you're a current subscriber or plan on subscribing at one point in the future, take advantage of this spring Tiger Dollar sale this week only and get up to a 40% bonus on your Tiger Dollar purchase. This sale ends Sunday night, so don't miss out. All the details are on the front page of TFNN.com. Get your Tiger Dollars today and lock in your bonus before this sale passes you by. In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Trade with confidence and clarity while using the software that thousands of institutional traders rely on to make the best and most accurate decisions. Choose from 1,000 equities, currencies, and futures instruments utilizing the TAS architecture. As seen on Bloomberg terminals worldwide, the TAS Profile Scanner is a benchmark technical filtering system that thousands of traders rely on, and now you can too. For a limited time for TFNN subscribers only, we've reduced the price to just $97. That's over 75% off. John Logan hosted a special subscriber-only webinar in December, and you'll gain access to that archive as well, so you can learn exactly what the TAS Profile Scanner can do for you. Try this product out. No matter what you trade, the TAS Profile Scanner can help you make more informed trading decisions. There's no obligation to pay anything. Don't let this offer pass you by. Get your 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner today by signing up at TFNN.com. TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 115. Nasdaq is up 10. S&Ps are up 11.5. And as we do each and every Thursday, folks, at 20 past the first hour, we get our man, Mr. Andy Heck. And don't forget, Andy has an outstanding show right here at TFNN Tuesday, Thursday, right after my show ends at 5 o'clock. Also has a great newsletter. It's the Technomento Commodity Report. The way you can get this report, folks, is come over to our website at TFNN. You go to newsletters, go to trading newsletters. You can test drive that report right here, right now. Andy Heck, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day?
Yeah, everything's good. After my show today, I get in my car and drive out to L.A.
Yeah.
So, that's got a little work to do there on Friday and maybe enjoy the sun a little bit on Saturday.
Perfect, man. So
the Fed, huh?
What?
The Fed.
Yeah.
The Fed. Okay, so here's my take on it. First of all, they removed patience.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's kind of prudent here, given the market situation. I think that yesterday's announcement and this month's Fed meeting was 100% designed to slow down the trajectory of the dollar. And I think it's fascinating that the dollar is back 800 points today.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt. There's no doubt about that, right?
You know, they might slow it down a little bit, but you can't keep this good market down. I don't care if they're not going to raise rates. You know, rates are going to stay low in Europe. They're negative in some places. I think that this dollar continue. I think we make new highs. I think it goes to parity against the euro. It's only 6.5 big figures away. And I think that today's action, you know, yesterday I wanted to give it a few days and see how it played out. Dollar moved down about 1% yesterday. But today is very interesting. I want to see the next 2 or 3 days, but I think it's a little worrisome for commodities. You know, they rebounded. Nice move up in gold. We're 20 some odd dollars, $28 off the recent lows. However, most of the move today is what we saw yesterday. There's really no follow through so much today. Yeah, we got up to 1177, and silver's kind of strong here. But I want to see what happens the next couple of days. With the dollar stuff.
I hear you. We're on different sides of all of these. The correlation, just as you said, there's no doubt the gold move that was done yesterday, but so wasn't the dollar move. You know, because what really happened? See, what happened here, folks, is that we went down to that 94.76, but that was just taking out every stop there was, and you know, the reality that was a split down and all the way back up. So it's going to be interesting watching this shake out because, you know my take on the dollar. I think these reversals, when they do a 1 to 2 ABC structure, man, it operated just like it should have operated, you know. So
and if I was just looking at it technically, I would totally agree with you.
I know. Listen, man, I know. I get it, you know.
So that's interesting. Hey, another thing that I want to point out today. Coffee has made a really big move. Yeah. Coffee has moved. Oh, my chart isn't working. If you could put up a coffee chart.
I will, yes.
It's moved from about 128 up to 142, got up to 147 today. Okay. Starbucks, the company that is sponsoring the dialogue now, is up at highs. I would look to take profits here on Starbucks if you're long. I'd be very cautious about Starbucks.
SBUX. Yeah, and they're doing a stock split, right? Mm-hmm. They're doing a 2-for-1 stock split. Yeah, that's parabolic, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, it's parabolic, and I they kind of went out on the political correctness limb this week, which I think could also kind of affect that stock a little bit.
What happened? No, I didn't read that. Well, I heard them. Well, you know what happens, folks, is that I don't listen to the TV. I just watch the ticker going across when I wake up in the morning. It's pretty sad. It really isn't. But I heard them talking about Starbucks, meaning that I could see it up on the screen. Something was going on.
So what the Howard Schultz and their annual meeting, what came out of it is they want to start a conversation about racial divides in the United States.
Okay.
And the way they want to do that is they want the baristas to kind of entertain conversations about how people feel while they're waiting for their lattes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's kind of interesting. I think they might get more than they bargained for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, so very interesting. But they're definitely, Howard Schultz he's kind of an interesting kind of CEO. He's been very successful, and interesting concept. But
who's going to referee? That's going to be good conversation, man. I mean, I think that's probably a good idea. But that's good. I can see how some people get flipped out.
Yes, exactly, and that's what you want people to be happy, not flipped out.
Well, but what happens? I think that's a good idea, though. Not being political, because you know what I've found? One of the hardest things to do, folks, in that the whole racism and all that, one of the hardest things to do is that it's not the conversations. What it is that the conversations with some of your friends, and your friend will turn around and say, "What do you think?" And you're looking at them like, "What are you, out of your mind?" Meaning, no, seriously, don't you think? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do understand. We all have our own political opinions, and people are. But I think in a coffee shop, I think it's interesting that it came out. And there certainly are issues in the United States. There's no questions about it. But, it's all a question of where and when and with who. And it's one thing to talk to people where you know how they're going to react. And just to spur this conversation willy-nilly it could have some unintended consequences.
Oh, it will. He knows he's throwing, he's throwing some volatility.
Gasoline on the fire there.
Yeah, well, he's throwing volatility into his coffee shops, but that's all right.
Exactly. It's interesting. And, they're adding alcohol to the mix, so that could even create more problems.
Oh, man.
It's funny. But, that's not the reason. The reason I'm saying there's a really good correlation between the price of coffee and Starbucks. And now that we're seeing coffee return back up, and it looks like it put a nice bottom in here, we should be cautious on Starbucks stock. It has gone, as you said, parabolic. So that's interesting going on out there. The other thing interesting is the divergence between pork and beef continues to widen. We're up to 2.71 pounds of pork in each pound of beef.
Okay.
And that is the highest. I went back on the charts all the way to the late 70s. It's way over that. So it's never been this high. Eventually, consumers will make choices. But pork prices, man, below 58 cents a pound today.
Wow. Well, okay, so hold on. What do I have?
That's getting smoked. Smoked pork.
Well, what I got lean hogs. I get 74 cents.
Right. You're looking at the June contract.
Okay.
Look at the April contract, which is kind of the cash price where they're really trading.
I got it.
Right. 57.95 cents a pound. So big contango. That's also telling us that there's a lot of hogs around.
Yeah, and cattle were running out at 149.
Well, 149 in June, but 158 nearby. So there's tightness. So you have a market in cattle in backwardation, meaning that there's short supplies. You have a market in hogs, which is oversupplied. Very interesting.
Now, as we come into we're almost in grilling season right now, right?
Exactly. And one thing you have to watch with these meats is that the spreads between months are more volatile than the underlying prices.
Yeah, interesting. Hey, can you stay with us a second?
Absolutely.
Awesome, man. This is Andy Heck, Tom O'Brien. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow right now is down 109. Nasdaq's up 11. S&Ps are down 10. We're going to be right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Right now, I get the Dow down 95, Nasdaq's up 14, S&Ps are down 9. We're talking about our man, Mr. Andy Hecht. And don't forget, tonight, 5 to 6 o'clock, as he does every Tuesday, Thursday. Great show, folks, right here at TFNN. And all the programming, folks, you can get right on your cell phone, tfnn.mobi. Yeah, so, you know, between the dollar, gold, and these bonds, Andy, this thing, this is one of the most intriguing parts of the market I've seen for a long time. I mean,
Yes,
you
I
know,
agree.
so
agree.
It's going to be really wild watching this whole
gonna
thing
be
shake
wild.
out. Yeah.
But a lot of commodities also, look, they're acting on their own fundamentals. Let's take a look at one that really moved this week, and that's sugar.
Yeah, right.
The sugar market, I have a monthly chart up here. Long-term support was down here at the May 10th lows at 13 cents. We
Okay.
went through that this week. We're trading around 12.5 cents, a little bit above there now. There's a lot of sugar around, Tom. You got, first of all, the Brazilians are the biggest sugar producers in the world.
Yeah.
The weak real is causing them to export a lot more. So are oil prices, because while we use corn in the U.S. to make ethanol, they use sugar cane. So lower oil prices, less demand for sugar-based ethanol.
Sure.
So they're exporting more. India, the biggest sugar harvest in 3 years with a big carryover stock.
Okay.
Thailand, sugar production up 6.1% this year. Sugar looks not so sweet here.
Hey, so check this out. This is, you're gonna dig this one. Now, especially being the Technomento guy, right? Mm-hmm. Of course, we're in Tampa, folks. So we're in Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, and bottom line, with Cuba opening, Tampa is a huge. It's one of the cigars. We have a Ybor City, folks. Great cigar making. You can still go down there. They roll them right there, the whole ball of wax. Then, of course, we have U.S. sugar. I think, remember we were talking about U.S. sugar?
Yeah, we were talking about subsidies.
And we were talking about the amount of subsidies. And in Florida, folks, the amount of money that U.S. sugar gives to the politicians is insane, okay? And what had happened is this, is that in 2007, the state of Florida made a deal to buy 25,000 acres next to the Everglades down off U.S. sugar, okay? When they made that deal, I'm saying to myself, this is a joke, okay? Because what had happened, real estate was crashing when they made the deal. Bottom line, they had the option. The option expires next year, this coming year, okay? Now what has happened is that, of course, the market has come all the way back. Now the land is really worth some money, right? Mm-hmm. Well, the politicians are not going to basically take the option, right? Mm-hmm. And what U.S. Sugar wants to do now, right? They're not going to make sugar. You know what they're going to build? They want to build a city. They want to build a city.
They're going to build real estate.
They want to build a city, folks, okay? A full city. That being said, there was a letter to the editor in the St. Pete Times 2 days ago. What a great letter this was, folks. And what it was is this. And this guy cut right to the chase saying, no, this is not about sugar. This is not about, it is about real estate, right? What it's about is Cuba. And U.S. Sugar knows that Cuba's going to open up. When Cuba opens up, we think sugar's cheap now. What he put in there is he said the day that I guess in Cuba right now, the plantations that have to get built again. But sugar is like a weed, right? I mean, it doesn't take long for it to grow.
Listen, when I lived in London, we used to the Phillip brothers, non-U.S. employees used to export sugar from Cuba to Europe. I mean, there is a lot of sugar in Cuba.
Right, and so that's probably pressing on this too, man.
Yeah, sugar and cattle.
Yeah, cattle.
A lot of cattle.
I think cattle would be a big business.
I think it'll be a great business, actually. That will, given the price of cattle, given the fact that there's a global increasing demand and there's a deficit in that market, I think that's the first trade.
Man, come on down. We'll take the Boston Whale. We'll go over to Cuba. It's only 60 miles. We'll go over to Cuba.
I do want to go again before it becomes very commercialized.
I do too.
I think I was there in the late 80s, and it was really very interesting. It was a lot of Eastern Bloc places that I went to. The only difference being the weather was great.
Yeah, the Caribbean. Right. I know.
Right.
And the place is huge. I mean, I've never been there, but I fly over it plenty of times. And folks, Cuba's so big, it's unbelievable.
Oh, Cuba's a huge island.
Yeah.
Huge island.
Yeah.
It's only 90 miles. I mean, how long would it take you to get there by boat?
Well, from this coast it would take longer. From the other coast, you're talking about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's amazing,
like nothing.
huh?
I mean, it's
like nothing.
It's as far as from Falmouth to Martha's Vineyard, which used to take us 6 minutes, 7 minutes at the most.
Eventually, they'll have some hovercrafts going back and forth.
Oh, they will. There's no doubt, man.
No question. No question. I mean, it's a very, very rich land. They can grow a lot of stuff there. They have some investment there. That place can boom.
Oh, it's gonna boom. I mean, it's when you can you know, we can fly. I mean, they're flying 5 days a week now out of Tampa, and it's like 45 minutes.
Yeah. Anyway, so sugar doesn't look so sweet. Oil, very mixed here, Tom. I know technically it looks miserable, but the products and the fact that we're going into grilling season, we're going into driving season, and I like the whole action in these crack spreads. You got the gasoline crack spread up over $30 here. You know, although the products have been going down with the oil price, lower gasoline $1.77 a gallon wholesale here. Last year this time over $3 a gallon wholesale. People are going to drive a lot more. People are not buying raw crude oil. They buy oil products, and that is going to be some support. And also, these rig counts are going down, and this production that we see now is very short term. We're at about 9.37 million barrels a day coming out of the U.S. now. We're going to drop. By the time the summer's over, that number's going to be far south of where it is now. And then we'll start dipping into storage. And as you know, and you said Tuesday, which was quite right, the futures market and the prices are ahead of this. So we're not going to wait until it drops. People are going to see the trend. The big traders are going to see the trend, and they're going to hop on board. Very interesting. All of the big oil companies and the companies like Glencore are making a mint now because of the volatility in oil. They're making money trading.
Which would make sense, right?
Yes.
And, you know, there's no doubt. I think everyone's going to drive like a big amount. I mean, my gas bills have almost got cut in half.
I know.
And everyone's have, right? I mean, that's
why I'm driving to L.A. today instead of flying. It's a pleasure. It's a lot cheaper.
And it's a pleasure. You know, now that's a kicker inside there too, folks. Instead of going to the airport, basically getting molested at the airport, the bottom line is that you're grooving. Yeah.
It's nice. You put on the music. You're by yourself. You can go at your own speed. You know what? You're going to see a lot of driving this summer across the United States with these lower gas prices, and that is going to filter through to the oil price. I saw Boone Pickens said that by the end of the year, oil's going to be $70 a barrel.
Well, it was interesting what he said this morning, and he was saying that it's. Did you hear that interview?
I didn't see. I just saw the highlights.
What happened is that I was driving to work, and the way I heard him on the radio, and it was he was saying that it's not OPEC anymore, but it's our own producers that can reprice oil. And specifically, the reason he was saying it, he said, what the Saudis will do, he says, what their oil minister does, he says, they're saying they're going to take out 30 million barrels. He says, well, you better believe them, because that's what they're going to do. He says, so, you know, they're not going to change their mind. He says, well, what ended up happening is it has to be the people that are producing here. If they want higher price, great. Cut it down, and you're going to get higher price.
By the way, the Saudis want to keep their foot on the Iranians' throat, because that's who they're worried about.
Yeah, when that opens up, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
If there is a deal, you know, that could be another 1 million barrels a day to the world market. The Saudis want to keep their foot on the Iranians' throat because these are not two countries that love each other.
Yeah, and that's probably the same type of bathtub oil, right? You just open the spigot once it starts?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Iran, Iraq, Saudi, Kuwait, you know, that's exactly perfect term, bathtub oil.
Yeah, right.
I like that. I have to use that. I'll have to borrow that one from you.
Absolutely, man. Well, you know what? I remember the first time that I realized how oil gets done, I'm saying to myself, oh my God, that's what it feels like, right? And let's open it up and close it up.
You know, when I go out in my backyard to either fill the pool or to water the grass or something, I turn on the spigot. That's kind of like how production is in Saudi Arabia. It's a little more advanced than that, but it's, you know, it's low cost production. It's just there.
Man, what a trip.
And by the way, the other place that has huge oil reserves, the biggest, is Venezuela.
I know,
Enormous reserves in that country.
So how can we make some money on that, man?
Well, you know, Venezuela, the political system's the problem.
I know.
That's the problem. But, you know, Cuba's coming around, and they will come around, and I think eventually Venezuela will too. They're you know, there's only so long that economic malaise and that problem for the people will keep the, you know, people there.
You know what's a mind blower, man?
Under such pressure.
And folks, this is something you absolutely want to wrap your head around. It's a mind blower how a small amount of people can control hundreds of millions of people. And I'm not talking Venezuela. I'm talking everywhere. That's just crazy.
Absolutely.
Okay, brother. It's always a pleasure,
Have a good
man.
one.
Yeah, we look forward to the show this afternoon.
I'll be back in an hour.
That's
See you
a
later.
beautiful thing, man. That's our man, Mr. Andy Heck, folks. He's going to be out here growling and prowling with us 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time. Dow right now is down 116. You get the NASDAQ up 10. S&Ps are off 11.5. We're going to be right back.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock in option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit TFNN.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow down 106. You get the NASDAQ up 7. S&Ps are off 11.5. And as you come over to our website at TFNN, folks, what you're going to see right in the top in the carousel is that you're going to see the spring special Tiger Dollar sale. We do this a couple times a year. We haven't done this in 8 months. What this is that if you want to save money buying product at TFNN, this is the way to do it. If you have product right now and you want to save money into the future, you have the chance to do this. Normally, we do a 10, 15, and 20% kick back in dollars. This time, we're doing something special. It's 20, 30, and 40%. Tiger Dollars are good for all product at TFNN, have no expiration date, are totally transferable. The way it works, this is good until Sunday night, this Sunday night. If you buy $500 worth of Tiger Dollars, you get a 20% bonus, so we give you $600 to spend. If you buy $1,000, you get $1,300 or 30% to spend. If you buy $1,500, and that's the max you can buy, you get $2,100 or an additional $600 or a 40% bonus. All the details are right on the front page of TFNN. So, excuse me, folks. The divergence that we have out here, no doubt, is inside the commodities. Is that oil itself looks to me like, yeah, we want to go into lower price. What we had with oil, what it hasn't done yet is this. Oil yesterday, oh, maybe we just did it. Hold on one second. Maybe we might have just did this. No, it's a 10-minute. Okay. No, we haven't done. Oh, we got close to it. Okay, so oil yesterday went down to $44.03. That's a high volume low. That's what we have out here. Oh, no, it's pressing with volume here, too. This is pretty sick. Okay, so watch this. Oil's pressing with 339,000 contracts again. This is pressing the low. It's going to get tested. Well, bottom line is that because it's a high volume low, my take is it's got to get tested. That's what it shakes out. What you also have inside oil at 45.52 is that you're right at the range. Now, the actual number, this is always wild when it gets like this. The number to get in the higher range is over 45.52. Yeah, that 1 penny will make a difference, folks. So we'll see how that shakes out. That being said, if we go over to the XLE, and this is something you want to absolutely keep your head wrapped around. And the reason being, so the XLE had wide price spread, had accelerated volume, really did well, right? Inside the XLE, and when you're trading equities, folks, okay, ETF structures, it's really cool trading ETF structures that a couple equities have a large weighting in. The reason being is that you can go through the structure and you can see that, okay, what type of weighting the certain stocks have, and inside the ETF, I mean the XLE, what you have is ExxonMobil's 15.8% and Chevron's 13.2%. Well, when you go over and look at ExxonMobil, it's like, man, ExxonMobil, bottom line, can't hold price. You know, it didn't act like Chevron yesterday. Yesterday, ExxonMobil, it went from the low out there of 83.43, got up to 86. It's back to 84.43 right now. Now it is coming back with light volume. I want to see Exxon hit this 84.18 level. So if you're bull here in the XLE, because the XLE is set up right except for ExxonMobil. That's how this is set up right now. That's why I'm going over it. Because the XLE is a great thing to trade because it loves to trade in large ranges. So I suspect tomorrow we'll get that test of 84.18. If you get a rejection with lighter volume and it moves out of that 84.18 level, then you get some action. Because what would end up happening on a weekly basis, when we take a look at this, it would be a decent setup. I suspect that's not going to be the setup just yet. Why? Because the way it's trading out here today, it looks to me like it basically wants to break down. And our man, Mr. Andy Heck, he'll put the fundamentals together with the technicals. What ExxonMobil does have is a very large position. They're still doing, or they want to do, huge amounts of business in Russia. And in fact, the sanctions that got put in place, and this is how powerful oil companies are, the sanctions that got put in place excluded many of the exploration and oil plays that had already been in place. So I believe Exxon has a few of them, but they have plenty of others that are not excluded. So that would be a big number hit. And that number hit, by the way, for the ExxonMobils of the world, I suspect is only temporary. The reason I'm saying this is that the amount of times that companies have done business with Russia and got ripped off, and the amount of times that they come back, there just must be so many deals over there at such inexpensive price, because that's all I can figure why they keep going back to the same place and trying to make a different deal. So in between that, they must be making money hand over fist. If we take a look at the financials, the XLF is still having a hard time, folks. XLF just can't handle higher price. And that's another indication also that inside the banking structure, inside the interest rate structure, that interest rates are not going to be going up. Banks want interest rates to go up so bad they can't see straight. Bottom line, they work on the spread on a fundamental basis. And, right now, the spread is not out there because we're still at zero rates. The higher that rates actually go, the more spread that they can make inside of that area. So the XLF today got up to 24.70. It's trading at 24.47. And what will end up happening, because you can set some of these up right now on a weekly, this is going to be a vicious inverted hammer or a doji at the highs with lighter volume. Thus far, we've done 131 million shares, and you're going into 237 million. So you're going in with about 40% lighter volume, can't handle price. What that would set up is that you're going to go basically right down, can't bust them higher. Guess what? They're going to go after busting them lower. Some of the Dow stocks out here, the weakest Dow stocks out here today was, this is interesting, was ExxonMobil. Exxon's pulling the Dow Industrials down the most. DuPont is second at $1.42. Chevron is third at 183, and Caterpillar is 123. Inside the NDX 100, by the way, the IBB made another high out here today. Bringing the NDX up, even though the NDX right now is down, is that you have Win up $7. We get Vertex Pharmaceutical up $4.44. Surin is up $2.15, and you got Regeneron up $13.95. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. And don't forget, right after my program from 4 to 5, our man, Mr. Andy Heck, is going to be growling and prowling with you. Come right back, folks.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Sam in Irvine, California. Hey, Sam, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
I am having a great day. Thank you very much. I want to preface by saying that I'm so grateful to you and TFNN for you to assemble such a great people, such a team to help the small investors like myself.
Well, we appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us, Sam. Thank you so much.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. So everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. We're kicking into spring, and it's we're kicking into spring. But you folks up in New York and D.C. and Boston, yes, you're gonna have one more little snow flurry, a couple 2 to 3 inches, on March 20th, tomorrow morning. How's that? That's a kicker. This is by an unknown author. Expect the best, believe something good is going to happen, and it usually will. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now, baby? Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 117, NASDAQ up 9, S&P's off 11.5. Gold contract up $19.60, trading at $1,170 an ounce. Silver up 58 cents at $16.13 an ounce. Platinum up $6 at $1,124 an ounce. Copper up 8 pennies at $2.67 a pound. Light sweet crude down $1.25 at $45.36. Oil just can't get a bid. Bonds, the 10-year down 11.6, 128.07. 30-year up 8 at 163.12. King dollar up 739 at 99.52 after getting whacked yesterday, down 4,500 ticks. You get a high volume spike down at 95. Bottom line, I suspect King dollar large turnaround to the downside. King dollar has been going up since 2011. Euro down 224 at 106.40, and the yen up 80 at 120.91. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, so if we take a look at the SPY, you're coming into quadruple witching tomorrow morning. Well, tomorrow all day. The first one starts out right at the open when the S&Ps, the futures on the S&Ps are going to expire. So, SPY, what do we have? We're at 209.50. The high of the S&Ps going back to the February 25th level is 212.24. I expect, you know what, that baby wants to get tested. That's how this is shaking out. So we'll see how we push into that. That's on your daily, and what you do have is that on your weekly, right now, you're pushing it. You're still pushing in with some volume. So this thing wants to get tested. So far this week, we've done 568 million shares. You know, the last high was up there with 400 million. The prior high, which was that spike that we got, that's where the big volume is. That's 1.2 billion. On that, that's on a weekly basis, by the way. The Qs, NDX 100, also want to test those highs. NDX 100, the 3 Qs out here, you're at 108.8. That high, you're right next to it. The low of the high. We almost tested today. The low of the high is 108.58. The high is 109.42. You can expect that baby is going to get tested. Small caps, what the IWM is doing, that's doing a small ABC structure on the way up. And I suspect what you have there inside the Russell 2000, many of the commodity stocks, the small commodity stocks, basically they got off their bottom. You don't need a lot of movement when, in fact, all of them have moved up, whether it's 50 cents, 70 cents, 80 cents inside that Russell 2000. Gold contract. Okay, let's take a look at gold. What we have with gold is this. Gold is trading right now at 1170, and I'm going to do 2 different things here with you. The continuous contract on gold. So gold did everything that it should have done coming into the lows first off. Because what we had done is this. When you come off a long-term downtrend, and gold has been in a downtrend, folks, okay, for like 3 years. You know, let's see. Yeah, the high was established in, the high was established in 2011. We really came off the high, though, in September of 2012. Okay, so you've been going down since September of 2012. What we've done is that we've gone into the break topside of, let me get to this month, because this is pretty cool what we've actually done. We've gone into December of 2009. That's what we went into. And we came into that area, if you happen to be watching Tiger TV. What I'm doing here is I'm putting up the GLD for you, so you can do this correlation yourself at home. So the high of the high volume spike in the GLD is 1119. That's the high. The low is at 105. That correlates inside the gold market to 1,075 of being the low and 1226 being the high. Well, when we came into that area, we tested that area with 147 million shares versus 568 million shares. That's a beautiful thing, folks. But what had happened is this, is that we haven't had buyers inside the gold market, period, since like November. The first low that was established in gold goes all the way back to June of 2013. So what have we been doing? Well, we've been building cars, folks, for 2 years. Yeah. Now, the cool thing is this. When you take the correlation of how we're pressing the bottoms and how we press the top inside the gold market, what you're going to see is this. The first time down, which was in June of 08, what we had done there is that you did 254 million. You go topside and we do like 194 million, which is not bad, by the way. We pull back. Now watch how this works, because this is really cool. As we pull back it in December. We do that with 185 million versus that spike of 254. So you can see first pullback, which ends up being 6 months later, had lighter volume. Okay? Then we go topside again. We go topside with 182 million. Not bad, right? We pull back down again. We test again, and we test again with 140 million. That test was established in October. So now it's 155 million, rather. So watch, 155 million versus 185 versus the actual bottom that was down to 254. Then what do we do? Now this is where we're at here. Then you go topside. We had the first nice sign of strength. That sign of strength came in January. You went from 1120 to 1250. You did the wide price spread. You had the accelerated volume. And the GLD, we went topside with 198 million shares, reversing and also pushing into the swing point of 1,300 or 1,290 with lighter volume, with heavier volume, rather. Now, what do we just do? What we had done on a daily basis is this. It kept pushing into the lows, not getting croaked. No sellers were below those lows. Now, I'm going to turn around and I'll put this up on a very short-term basis, because what we did right before we took off again is that the traders cleaned out the bottom. And when I say cleaned out the bottom, there were no more sellers under 1149 in the future contract. We went to 1142, but under 1149, there was nothing there. What ended up happening? You had the wide price spread, accelerated volume come right off of that. That was the first time that we actually had buyers in the market, wide price spread, accelerated volume in the metals as well as the equities. Now what do we need? Bottom line, you just have to stay over. Inside the metal market right now, we got to stay over the 1162 area. And tomorrow is going to be a big one, because coming into a Friday is always a tough deal. So we'll see where that shakes out. But the way gold is right now, gold is saying to me, we can go to 1223. Silver's a different animal. Silver, when I say different animal, wants to go higher, but silver doesn't have to stop at 1670. 1690, it doesn't have to stop at 1690. Why? Silver absolutely got more strength. Silver had the wide price spread, accelerated volume yesterday, had the volume into it today. Silver wants to run to this 1851. So it's going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out. Option expiration tomorrow. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials closed down 117. NASDAQ up 9. S&P's off 10.5. We're going to be right back. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
As this one-of-a-kind winter comes to a close and spring approaches, it only seems fitting that now is the perfect time for a spring Tiger Dollar sale. For this week only, we're doubling the bonus that we give when you purchase any amount of Tiger Dollars. Normally, we offer a 10, 15, or 20% bonus when you purchase Tiger Dollars, but for this week only, we're doubling our special offers and you can now get up to a 20, 30, or even up to a 40% bonus on your Tiger Dollar purchase. This is one of our best Tiger Dollar sales of the year and won't be around for long. Tiger Dollars can be used for any TFNN product or service and provide a great way to lock in added value on your subscriptions. Tiger Dollars never expire, so whether you're a current subscriber or plan on subscribing at one point in the future, take advantage of this spring Tiger Dollar sale this week only and get up to a 40% bonus on your Tiger Dollar purchase. This sale ends Sunday night, so don't miss out. All the details are on the front page of TFNN.com. Get your Tiger Dollars today and lock in your bonus before this sale passes you by.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzavento, Andy Hecht, Thinkorswim, or Carol Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing. Trade with confidence and clarity while using the software that thousands of institutional traders rely on to make the best and most accurate decisions. Choose from 1,000 equities, currencies, and futures instruments utilizing the TAS architecture. As seen on Bloomberg terminals worldwide, the TAS Profile Scanner is a benchmark technical filtering system that thousands of traders rely on, and now you can too. For a limited time for TFNN subscribers only, we've reduced the price to just $97. That's over 75% off. John Logan hosted a special subscriber-only webinar in December, and you'll gain access to that archive as well, so you can learn exactly what the TAS Profile Scanner can do for you. Try this product out. No matter what you trade, the TAS Profile Scanner can help you make more informed trading decisions. There's no obligation to pay anything. Don't let this offer pass you by. Get your 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner today by signing up at TFNN.com. Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We had Walmart down $1. You had Honeywell down 82 cents. Exxon was off 166. Oxy was down 218. Dow was only down 100, but what's interesting is that inside the Dow Industrials, you had quite a few stocks that got hit pretty good. Let's go to Pat in Orlando. Hey, Pat, what's going on?
Hey, hi, Tom. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
Good. Yeah, thank you very much. Listen, I know you don't like the GDX, but can you go over again how does that correlate with the gold moving up or down? And is that something, is there something else that you would, if you wanted to play the gold, what would you recommend? But generally, the GDX, I had some good luck with that. But right now, I'm out of it. But I noticed that gold's going up. This GDX is kind of, today was kind of flat. But
okay, so when you say, the correlation, you're specifically asking physical metal gold versus the GDX because the GDX are gold miners, right? I mean, that's, right. And inside those gold miners, what ends up happening is that, Barrick, Newmont, Newcrest, which make up 815, that's 24% of it. Those three stocks they're all monsters, but they're all never really could get going. If it was Gold Corp and an Eagle and Franco-Nevada and Silver Wheaton and Royal Gold, you'd have yourself a field day there. What does happen is this. So let's look at this for a second. So if I take a look, and let me see this one. Let me find this. What I'm trying to do here, folks, is this. Is that what I want to see? Market Vectors Trust. I'm trying to find a better correlation. I mean, that's what it really comes down to. What will happen is this. I mean, if gold goes higher, the GDX is going to go higher. It's not that it will go lower. What hurts the GDX, however, is you got Barrick Gold, ABX, has always been weak. It's not a leader in the equities. This thing was and it still is, I believe, the largest gold company in the world. But when you see this, what they did and what these large gold companies seem to do on a continual basis is that they always pay for and overpay for assets at highs. Like the low in 2000 and, wait to see this. This is pretty sick. So the low in 1998, okay, when gold was, trading at, what, $300? Mm-hmm. And Barrick Gold was $12.87. Barrick Gold is $10.89 right now.
Okay.
So if you like the market, where I would go is this. I'll give you a few stocks, okay? Rango Resources is one. That's a $73 stock. Franco-Nevada, NFV, this would be the best. This, for the direct correlation of gold as to how the physical gold's going to move and how an equity would move, I'd send you to FNV, which is Franco-Nevada. And Franco-Nevada right now is at a nice spot. What you have with FNV is this. You're at a price point of $49.22. This is in a big consolidation. The top of that consolidation is $58. It's already tested its lows, done it with lighter volume. That's where I'd kind of go. If you just, because what happens with Franco-Nevada is this, picture this. As the price of gold goes higher, the way they make money is this. They make money on a royalty off the gross price of gold. This is what's so cool about this company, folks, okay? They only have 26 employees. They work like a bank. They take in $481 million. They take in an average of $119 million per quarter with 26 employees. So their downside is the price of gold. Their upside is the price of gold. They don't have the aspect of mines, expenses of mines, and all the above. So that's a way that you could, basically, come into that. I can tell you this. If you think the GDX is going to go up, Franco-Nevada will go up more. If the GDX is going to go down, however, then Franco-Nevada will go down more because it's literally priced in as to the price of gold.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Tom.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. And folks, as you are over to our website at TFNN, what you're going to see right in the front page there is that Target Dollar special. It's a bonus that we have going on. It's only good until this coming Sunday. Let's go to John in Winchester. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, I'm surviving. How about you?
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. You only have one more snowstorm to get through.
Well, last week was it. I got Sunday. I slipped on the ice and hit my head against the ice wall against my house. Got a concussion. 2 days later, food poisoning. So I'm ready for spring.
Man, oh man, that's crazy. Okay. Oh no.
It's a great diet. I lost 10 pounds in 4 days.
Oh my God! Seriously, man. Food poisoning is serious business, man. That's. I wouldn't put that on anyone. That's serious business. Oof.
So nasty, but yeah. Well, hopefully I can get some winners here and feel better. But I was wondering, what do you think about Rig?
Rig, R-I-G?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at it. This is going to get interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at Transocean. Transocean, folks, the low for the year is 13.28. The high is 46.12. Now, this equity, folks, okay, their specialty is offshore drilling. Large offshore drilling, very deep drilling. That's their big deal in harsh environmental climates. And so what this stock has done, is really got, the oil stocks have got toasted. This one in particular has really got toasted. The reason being, of course, is that the business they're in. The stock has gone from $88 down to $14. Now, let's take a look at where we are right now. So, because it's strictly a rig type of business and it is deep water, the oil is so inexpensive right now, the folks that are drilling in deep water have been canceling rigs left and right. Yeah, so now that being said, okay, what he's looking at is that, you had a spike up here, let's see, February 9th. Then you had that spike yesterday. I wouldn't bite yet. What I would wait for, John, is this. You need a wide price spread, accelerated volume, and you want to see this thing inside 1450 and a close inside it.
1415?
Yeah, no, 1450.
1450.
You get another, yesterday the stock had a nice spike. It went from $14 to $15.49. Today it pulls back into 1414. That's saying, hey, it's going to go after its low again of 1328. So I just take your time, man.
Okay, thanks, Tom.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow Industrials right now are down, they closed down 117. NASDAQ was up 9. S&Ps are off 10. Gold up 1960. Silver up 57 cents. Don't forget, right after my show tonight, folks, our man, Mr. Andy Heck, is going to be out here growling proud with you. Great show, 5 to 6. Get it right on your cell phone, tfnn.mobi.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. markets. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on U.S. Treasuries, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. I know what's going on in your world. In the world of Nike, folks, the world's largest sports maker, Nike closed at $98.32. That's trading right now at $99.85, and let's see what they have to say. So let's see. Net income for the quarter ended February 28th, rose 16% to $791 million, or 89 cents a share, from $682 million, or 75 cents a share a year earlier. Pretty amazing, no doubt. The gains in North America, Nike's largest market, will continue with orders for delivery through March and July, raising 15%. Can you imagine being a company that large, number one, and you get orders that are up that much? Total orders for the year going forward are up 11% right now. And if we take a look at the chart of Nike, we put this on a daily basis first. What you're going to see... Okay, so Actually, let me put this on a weekly for like 3 years. Oh, you're at highs. Okay, so if we put this up, what you're going to see right now, the high that was generated out there is 99.76. That's going to go after the high tomorrow. The larger aspect, though, I see that. This is an ABC. This has been an ABC up. Okay, let me put this back in a monthly, because what you do have is this. On the week of September 26th, that's when we went from 70 to 89. That's an ABC. That's 42. Yeah, that's a 38-point ABC, which gets you 40. Oh, interesting. Okay, so check this out, folks. If I bring this back a bit, it's finishing one ABC structure that started in June of 2012. Let's put this on a monthly and see if there's an additional ABC structure in there. Because this is what ends up happening with ABC structures, by the way, too, which is always a little tricky. When you finish an ABC, for some reason, the equities always look the best. And bottom line is that that's when they're the most dangerous, because you've gone the full price projection that technically an ABC structure wants to do. So if I bring this on a monthly, what you're going to see on a monthly, we have your A point. Yeah, it's 42. Even if I make the B, I make the B up. I can make the B. This is interesting. Okay, so I can do a larger one. So the A point is 42. Your B point would go up to 78. Interesting. 80. No, that's the same one. That's 38 points. That's 38. Oh, it's 38 on 70. So you're talking about 110. That's how Nike is set up right now. So bottom line, looks like you're going to have some price spread out here tomorrow. That's where that baby more than likely looks like it's going to go. Inside the Walmart, Walmart for some reason basically came off that high. What we have with Walmart right now is that was one of the weakest stocks inside the Dow, even when the Dow was going topside, which is pretty amazing. What we had out here today is that Walmart is pushing into the lows, and you're pushing. Let me put this on a daily. Okay, so what you're doing is that you're pushing on the lows, and you're pushing on the lows with some real juice. Walmart closed today at 81.52. Last swing low out here is 81.97, 80.54. And what is hanging out at Walmart, and this is what is going to basically, so this is going to get interesting watching how Walmart shakes out, because what Walmart also has is that high volume swing low on the 15th of August, 15th of October, which is $74.34. That number is still game out here in all the equities, which is just really going to be wild watching this, how this whole thing does shake out. Because what you definitely have is that you have that large, high volume swing low October 15th that, many equities have already tested. Many equities are actually underneath, and we'll see how it operates and how some of these actually come into it. Amazon, this is going to be interesting now. Amazon's trading out at 374, and Amazon's going to have, so check this out. This is pretty amazing. Amazon expanded its same-day Prime delivery same day in Baltimore and Miami. So that's going to be pretty intense, because if you're in Baltimore and Miami and a few other cities right now, the same-day service for Amazon Prime made its December. So they have the same day delivery right now in Manhattan. They're going into Baltimore. They're going into Miami. That's going to be pretty intense, particularly because what does end up happening is that the prices on Amazon are so inexpensive, it's unbelievable. That's going to put huge pressure on what? On retailers. It's going to put huge pressure. Where will that go? On retail strip malls. Or where, well, in Florida, it'd be retail strip malls, because that's where the retailers are. Across the country, it could be other downtown areas. The way that it works is that if it's a 2-hour delivery is free, a 1-hour delivery is available in certain areas, and a 1-hour delivery is going to be $7.99. It's pretty amazing watching how this whole thing's going to shake out. Because could you imagine that if Amazon has this at all the large cities across the country, they'll take the bulk of where the biggest sales come from, and as our prices will just continue lower. That's what the Amazon is very good at. It's pretty amazing how that whole thing is shaken out. If we go take a look at the energy sector inside that XLE, the XLE out here, folks, is pushing on the lows, and what I expect you're going to see out here, it's going to try to basically get into these lows tomorrow. You know, we'll see whether we get any juice coming into these lows, because what you do have out here is that inside the weekly basis, so far on the weekly, if the XLE stays above $75.35, and right now we're at $76.31, it'll be fine, because that would have been a test of the January 16th swing low. You know, the high volume swing low and the XLE, that had blown that away. The XLE had traded down to $77 in October. That's the October 15th swing low. Did the counter trend bounce all the way up to 88. So, you know, we went from 77 to 88. Comes back down, takes it out, gets to a lower low. Now what you have is that it's testing that area. And tomorrow's going to be a big day, because the $75.39, it's going to get tested. The real key is that, does it stay in that area? If it stays in that area, that's going to be a problem, because then it will make its way to the bottom of that area, and the bottom of that area is at 71.70. The bearish part would be it gets into 71.70. You have juice behind it. That's going to be another break lower, and that break lower will basically, if the XLE breaks down, what you'll end up seeing is not only the aspect of crude oil going lower, that would be a nasty break downtown in an extraordinary way. The financials can't get any topside movement. The IBB, that's where we want to go. The IBB, folks, okay, bottom line, continues higher, has continued higher for just about today. Look at this. Today, oh, man, they got a lot of people closing positions today, evidently, in the short side, because the IBB has juice today. Went up $7.11. Did 2.4 million shares. We bring this back, and let's put this on a weekly basis. It's intense. You know, it's a parabolic move. There's no, well, let me see something. Yeah, well, it's not a parabolic move either. You know, a parabolic move, you know, has to be basically over a 45% angle. And you can make the case that this is just about a 45% angle. The IBB has gone from $83 in August of 2011, and in between that, you only had one downdraft. We went from 83 straight up to 275. Then you had a correction. That was February of 14. Then you had a correction from 275 to 207. Came back $70, and then hasn't looked back from that level. Right now, you're at 365. Pretty amazing. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials finished down 117. NASDAQ up 9. S&P's down 10.5. We're going to be right back, folks.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Each and every time that the dollar ticks higher, S&P wants higher price. Each and every time that the dollar is ticking lower, guess what? S&P wants lower price. Dollar, the metals, and the S&P are going tick for tick.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Join Andy Hecht as he shows you how to make money in commodities. The Commodities Hour, next on TFNN.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over and we take a look at Bank of America. And so what we have with Bank of America, folks, is this. BAC. This is, this is indicative as to what we also have happening inside the XLF. For some reason, the XLF, folks, can't make it to its highs. One of the main reasons probably is good old Bank of America, because that came off the high of 1860. It's at 1560. It had already broken its October 15th swing low. That October 15th swing low, it was the high volume swing low, was at $15.43. That was, of course, October 15th. It trades, then it goes from 15.43, goes all the way up to 18.21, comes back down again, and guess what? As it comes back down, it blows away the October 15th swing low and does volume again. Now, what do we have out here today? Today, this is unusual because all the financials didn't act like this. Most of them didn't act like this today. Bank of America, wide price spread, accelerated volume, takes out a swing point and doesn't take it out with volume. We did 108 million versus 130. What you're going to have now, though, it's going to go after that 1497 lower swing point that was established in January. When we take this and we bring this back a little bit further, it's like, okay, why can't Bank of America get out of its way? And when we do take this back and we put this on a weekly basis, what you're going to see is that where Bank of America is trading the same place it was in November of 2013, it looks like it wants to go after the high volume swing low on a weekly, monthly basis at this 1561. And, we'll see if that baby can hold at that particular level. What we are going to have out here, there is absolutely going to be more. Oh, here it is. This is interesting. So what you have, Bank of America may have delayed payment of $1.27 billion judgment for another year while appeals are trial lost in connection with the countrywide scheme. So this is what's also going on. So Bank of America, they made the crucial mistake, of course, of taking over countrywide. They claim they got forced into it. The bottom line is that they made a huge mistake. So what has happened is that there is a $1.27 billion judgment. The banks have. Okay, so they put a bond up for the amount of money, but bottom line, that is one monster number that they'll more than likely have to come out and pay. What we did have out here today inside the gold market, this is pretty wild. This is actually a non-event, folks. Okay, but this is something history-wise that is good to understand. The London fix. What the London fix was is that you had 4 banks. Okay. That fixed the price of gold twice a day in London. This is the last day for it. Why? Because what you have is that just as everything else is fixed with electronic trading, bottom line is that electronic trading is going to fix the price starting tomorrow. Thursday was the last day that Societe Generale, Bank of Nova Scotia, HSBC Holdings, and Barclays had agreed twice daily on the phone. The 4 banks are going to be joined by 2 other banks, and ICE is the benchmark, the trading venue, meaning the exchange, that how gold will now basically be priced out. And this is priced out, and what this is about, this is priced out if you and I were miners and we were producers, when we want to sell our gold, what ends up happening, the fixed price is what you sell it at. Most of the deals that I've seen that in very large companies, and I've asked these CEOs how it works, this is how the deal normally works. Gold today is priced out at $11.70. They have a running 21, 22-day average. So if you and I sold the gold today, what would end up happening? The bank would go on the other side. Okay, Tom, okay, Tigers and Tigers says, I'll buy, 10,000 ounces of gold off you today. Bang, the stamp goes down, gold's at 1170.60. You do 1170.60, we go 21 days, 22 days. If gold happens to go up, you take that average, that's what you're going to get paid. It goes down, you're going to take that average, that's what you're going to get paid. The difference now is it's going to get, that's going to be the same type of sell except now instead of just 4 bankers talking to each other, what you're going to have is that you're going to have the aspect of 6 bankers electronically trading gold. And that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to trade it at that price. And then that fix will come in. Don't forget, our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, is coming up next. He's going to have a great show for you, folks, from 5 to 6, as he does every Tuesday and Thursday. As you come over to TFNN, if you want to take advantage of the Tiger Dollar sale, you get 3 more days to do it, 4 more days. The Tiger Dollar sale, the way it works is that no expiration date, good on all product at TFNN, totally transferable. We have a bonus program going on now. If you buy 500 in Tiger Dollars, you get 600 to spend. If you buy 1,000, you get 1,300. If you buy 15, you get 16. You get another additional 600 or 2,100 to spend. So you get a bonus of either 20%, 30%, 40%. You have until this Sunday night. If you do have product at TFNN, it's a great way to get those savings. If you're looking to get product in the future, bottom line, check it out on the front page of TFNN. And don't forget, our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, you can get his program, folks, right on your cell phone. If you haven't tried your cell phone yet to get TFNN, it's tfnn.mobi in your browser. Comes right in, really cool. If you want to get Tiger TV, you go to tfnn.com. On the right-hand side, you'll see the little box. Inside that box, it will say mobile devices. You hit that says mobile devices. What you'll get there is that you get Tiger TV, meaning all the audio, the visual, and for some reason on the phones, it is so, it's clear on the computers, but on the phones, folks, it's just absolutely phenomenal how clear it comes in. Just blow your mind. But that's where everything's going. You know, everything, our phones absolutely have turned not only into computers, but, you know, the listening aspect, that's how it works. We get a new feature at TFNN. If you're not on our Twitter feed, you can check that out. Every morning at 10 o'clock, I do a 5-minute update. We tweet that out. If you do want to be on that, just come over to TFNN. We can get you, you just join the TFNN Twitter feed. It's live, it's fast. By 10, well, we get, let's see, I do it at 10 o'clock. The thing gets out at about 10:07. This is Tom O'Brien, this is TFNN, and always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about, whatever you focus on grows, and whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. Stay right there. Our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, is coming right up. Go get him, folks.